Okay, what's up, guys? Matty Ice here with another video, and so actually today we're gonna be talking about some of my favorite series or favorite mangas that I started to read in 2021. Since it's now 2022, so Happy New Year! But yeah, since I started to read, set this is just set this goes in no particular order. That this is just stuff I started to read in 2021 that I personally enjoyed. And so let's get right into the list. First up, we got Spy Family. So I actually really liked this one. That this is one. I think this has been going on for the past couple of years, but it's still a pretty new series. But it's pretty much about this. So the spy who he has to get on that like he has to start a new mission, and so it's like he has to get a fake family together, and so he adopts a kid, and then who turns out to be like telepathic, so that he can read people's minds, and then he finds somebody, and that he convinced her to be his fake wife or his wife, and that turns out she's an assassin, and that that nobody knows what's going on except the kid. So the kid knows that like what her two parents are doing, but that so the spy and the assassin don't know like anything about that. But it's pretty funny so far. It's a Shonen Jump series, so you can read this on the Shonen Jump app. But so far, I think there's like I would probably want to say like 6 or 7 volumes out, and I definitely have to be collecting more of this because I only have the first volume, but it's so hard to find the second volume. I don't know why, but that whenever I look online or go to like Barnes and Noble or something, that they have a couple volumes, but they never have volume 2, and I personally don't like it. Next up is First of the North Star. Now this is like an old series, like this is like from the 80s, but they just started to yeah, it's Fizz. So Fizz just started to print these out again, and actually I think Volume 3 just came out or is coming out. Like at the time of recording. But yeah, this is an old like 80s Shonen Jump series, or just like a Shonen series. But yeah, so there's this legendary like, influence JoJo's. So like if you like JoJo's, I would recommend this one. And actually, this is Volume 2, which I gotta read Volume 2 of it. But I've read, so I actually read ahead on my Kindle. But yeah, great series, and I'm happy that they're bringing this back. And again, like I would recommend it if you like JoJo's, or like if you like some of the 80s action stuff. Because personally, like I like the old cheesy action movies. I just think they're great. Next up is I Am a Hero. And so I know that this series has been out for a while now, and I didn't really get into it till this year. And so it's a zombie manga. And so that's personally why I wanted to get into it, because of it being a zombie manga, and I heard it's like awesome. So I didn't. So I read it. Since I read like a little bit, since I read the whole first omnibus, and I just got some other volumes for it. But personally, I enjoyed it, and I thought volume 1 was just a little bit too slow, and then like it kind of picked up towards the end of the first omnibus volume. But yeah. Next up, we got Orient. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one, but so this is another one I just started to read this year, and yeah. So far, I think it's solid. It's published by Condensa, but so far I enjoy it. Like I liked the concept that personally I thought like the volumes, I think like 4 and 5, like that parts were kind of slow. Like I had to power through those volumes, but I'm kind of hoping it picks back up again. And personally, I liked the way it started. I liked the concept of the series, and it's pretty much about these two friends. Or so it start before that, but pretty much the world gets taken over by like these demons, and that the only people that are left to defend so that the heroes that defend them are ninjas, and so pretty much at this point, so it's like when this takes place, all pretty much ninjas are all pretty much outcast, so that nobody likes the ninjas, but in the series that these two become friends, and that the one kid's father is a ninja, and that he teaches him like the way of the ninja, and his family's an outcast, but so that these two kids end up becoming friends, and that they both want to become ninjas when they grow up and free the world of evil and like defeat the demons. But yeah, it's just a great series, and that they do grow up and they end up that they do end up fighting demons, and it's just a good series. Again, like at points for me, it does get a little bit slow. So, but it's still worth it to check it out. I think right now there's only 6 volumes out right now, as of me recording this video, and I can't wait to see what happens because I heard it gets better as the series goes on. Next up, I got Blood on the Tracks. Now, so I know that this, so the person who writes this, well, so this series is already done, but I didn't pick it up till late 2021. But this is just like almost like a horror series. It's like a very like it's very like psychological horror, but it's pretty much about that the son and his mother, and pretty much his mother is crazy, and so that this is like really a big spoiler just because it does happen like so early on in the story. But his mother kills his cousin or her nephew, if you would. But and yeah, it's just about her trying to cover it up, and like he is kind of just going along with it, because again, like his mom is crazy. It's just very like, yeah, she's just a crazy woman. But great series, and I like the way it's drawn. Like it kind of, so the story keeps me drawn in. The art I think makes the story even more, like it just makes it better. And definitely check it out. Like if you like the more serious horror stuff. Okay, next up, that we were just talking about horror, Die Dark. Now, that this is like a horror comedy, and that this was written by Kyo Hasada, and that she did Doro Hidoro. And that's like a big series. That obviously that's like a famous series, and I think this is the follow up to that. But yeah, so that this is like a horror comedy following around this kid. So it's pretty much like a horror comedy, sci-fi, and so like it's definitely got like a dark humor to it. So like if you like a dark humor, you'd probably like this. But it's pretty much about this kid who lives in space, and like he has this like suit of armor. Pretty much, it's kind of hard to describe, but that this thing that he has that he uses to fight is super powerful, and all these people want it, so that they're willing to kill this kid to get it. But it's just a funny series. Again, dark humor, so if you like dark humor, I would totally recommend this one. And it's super just fun. And right now, as of recording, there's 3 volumes out, but I gotta pick up volume 3, and it's actually kind of hard to get right now. I do not know why, but yeah, so Die Dark. Definitely check that one out. Next up is Fire Punch. Now, this is by Fujimoto, who does Chainsaw Man, and that this was his series before Chainsaw Man. So I got super into Chainsaw Man, and like I love Chainsaw Man. That's like one of my favorite mangas right now. So I was like, oh, okay, like like if it's the same guy, I'm definitely gonna read it. And so far, I really enjoyed it, and I have to pick up all the other volumes, so that this is the only one I have, and it's really hard to find all 8. So this one's a completed series, and like all of them have been out. But yeah, it's an 8-volume series. It's a very dark series too, and like if you ever read Chainsaw Man, it's similar to that, where it's like it's very dark and heavy. So, but it's pretty much about these 2 orphaned siblings living in like a post-apocalyptic, I guess, like world where that this witch froze over the entire world, pretty much, so that they got to use like heat and all that, and but that pretty much that like all the resources have been dried up, but that there's a power so that people so certain people have powers, and that the two main or the main character has this power to regenerate. So he would use so in order to feed his people, he would like cut off cut his arm off, and then give it to people that need to eat, because again that like all the resources pretty much suck dry. And but it's definitely a good series. I would definitely say check it out if you can. If like if you could find volumes, check it out because it's great. Next up, we got Kaiju number 8. Now, the first volume just came out in December, but I've been reading it on the Shonen Jump app, and it's so good. Like obviously it's a kaiju series, but it's about this guy who cleans up the kaiju after the kaijus die, and that his dream is to join the defense force, like the people who fight the kaiju, because he's just tired of cleaning up that stuff. And so it turns out he that one day he got the ability to turn into a kaiju, and obviously like if people captured him, he would have died, but now you can finally join the defense force. And that's pretty much what it's about, like him joining and like what he's doing in the defense force and making sure he doesn't really get caught. Which just read the story because it's a great story. It's a good kaiju series. And then last up for today is Saint Young Men, and that this is just I just wanted to end this list wholesome because that this is just like a fun wholesome series, and it's about Jesus and Buddha living together. And I definitely, again, that this is another one I'm going to collect because I think I only have up to 5 right now, and there's like 12. But, okay, yeah, this is pretty much that Jesus and Buddha took a hike, pretty much took a break from their duties, and that they're living together in Japan. But it's just a fun series, like it's just goofy, again, like it's just wholesome. So, like, if you like that type of stuff, I would definitely say check it out. And especially set these. I know at least in, like the USA, that these are the only versions you can get, like the hardcovers. And that these are, I think these are 2-in-1s. So, like, you get 2 volumes in each of these. But, yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. Especially if you like wholesome stuff or comedies. I would definitely say check it out. So, yeah, that's the end of today's video, guys. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.